Dennis Kucinich, who's equally skeptical. Lawrence O'Donnell is interviewing him. He's filling in for Keith Olbermann on MSNBC. Let's go to clip number 3.
Congressman Kucinich, as we've discussed on this show, you're facing a two-stage vote process in the House. First, vote on the Senate bill as is, then vote for a reconciliation bill to correct everything that's wrong with the Senate bill that you just voted for. Will you vote yes for the Senate bill?
Well, keep in mind, I voted against the first version of the bill in the House. I told the president twice in 2 different meetings that I couldn't support the bill if it didn't have a robust public option, and if it, at least if they didn't have something that was going to protect consumers from these rapid premium increases. And you know what? The White House counts me as wavering. The fact of the matter is, I listened to the president in your news story here, and to hear the president, you think that he was for single pay or at least a public option. But he's not. This bill represents a giveaway to the insurance industry, $70 billion a year, and no guarantees of any control over premiums, forcing people to buy private insurance, 5 consecutive years of double-digit premium increases. I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't see that this bill is the solution. The insurance companies are the problem, and we're giving them a version of a bailout.
So did we just get a no there? Congressman, will you vote against the Senate bill at the first stage of this process in the House?
If that sounded like a no, you're correct.
I love that. He's like, did I stutter? Yeah, no. You want me to bring my friend Ed Reed out? Hell no. So, look, here's more curious things. So today, Obama's, like I told you, like these town hall kind of events, he's riling up the crowd. He says, let's seize reform. It's within our grasp. I'm kind of fired up, so I need you to knock on doors, talk to your neighbors, pick up the phone. And then he lashes out at the insurance companies. They, quote, they continue to ration care on the basis of who's sick and who's healthy. Then he goes after Republicans. Wow, look at Obama. You had 10 years. What happened? What were you doing? Now, look, I like that kind of talk, but why is that happening at the very end here and not from the beginning? Because now they have the version that they like, the version that's loaded up, man. Okay. Before, they weren't sure what kind of version they had. They weren't ready to, really push it through. Now that they got something that everybody really likes, licking their chops to get at it, they say, all right, now, oh yeah, let's hit the Republicans. Let's hit the insurance companies. Oh, I'm fired up. Come on. Pick up the phone and call. Look, like I said, it might be a good thing in the long run. It's hard to tell. I'm very skeptical, but here's what I'm not going to do. Pick up the phone to call who? To call what? To fight for this reform package? Besides which, who am I calling? What am I fighting, Obama? I mean, you're saying, oh, I can't believe the Republicans haven't done anything in these 10 years. Well, first of all, I can totally believe that. Second of all, they're not the issue. None of them are going to vote for you. Everybody knows that. Shouldn't I be calling a conservative Democrat and pressuring him? Why is that not in your speech? God forbid you should ever say anything bad about your fellow Democrats, right? Because what's the conversation? The Republicans are irrelevant. You're going through reconciliation. You only need 50 votes. You got 59 guys on your side. What are you telling me to get all riled up about the Republicans for? It's nonsense, man. Total nonsense. All right, let's go to a second Kucinich clip here.
Will you be comfortable if it turns out you are, in effect, the single vote that defeats health care reform?
Every vote counts. And I'm one of 435 members of the House of Representatives. The White House has known my position. It's not a secret. Democratic leaders have known my position. You have to remember that I carried a single-payer proposal to 3 Democratic national conventions, 3 times to the platform committee, twice as a presidential candidate. We need health care reform. We need Medicare for all. We need to join the rest of the industrial world in being able to provide health care for our people as a basic right. But the fact is that 1 out of every 3 health care dollars goes for corporate profits, stock options, executive salaries, advertising, marketing, the cost of paperwork. This bill doesn't change that. This bill doesn't change the fact that the insurance companies are going to keep stocking it to the consumers. So, if the White House is ready to go back and have a robust public option, as Jacob Hacker iterated, with 125 million people being able to negotiate and knock down the insurance premiums, then we have something to talk about. But otherwise, I'm I need to hear more about what they're proposing, and what they proposed so far isn't anything different than I voted against.
Look, I don't love Kucinich as much as some other people do, right? For some reasons, I have some concern about him, right? Based on some report, listeners have sent us news stories from back when in Ohio, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, but here's what you got to give Kucinich a world of credit for. The guy's sticking to his guns. He's like, look, I told you I wasn't going to vote for it if you didn't have a public option in it. And unlike the rest of these pushovers, I'm not going to crumble and I'm not going to buckle. No, I said no, I mean no. So, world of credit, man, world of credit. If there was more people like Kucinich, we might have had a stronger bill. All right, let's go to clip number 5. He's going to keep it going.
Do you fear for the Democratic Party if there is no health care reform bill passed? Do you think that outcome politically for the Democratic Party will be worse than passing this flawed bill?
I think the Democratic Party is in political trouble right now because we have 15 million people unemployed, and we have another 11 or 12 million people underemployed. The economy is stagnant. We've given bailouts to Wall Street. We haven't taken care of Main Street. We've got 12 million people who could lose their homes this year, and a quarter of the population is underwater with their mortgage. I mean, the economy is stagnant. That's really the key issue. Is health care a problem? You bet it is. Would it be helpful if everyone in this country had health care? Yes, it would, but not in the giveaway to the insurance industry. If you have $70 billion a year, put it into health care. You don't have to give the insurance industry their cut because somehow, they have so much influence in the political process. This bill that's going from the Senate to the House is just another version of Medicare Part D, which was a giveaway to the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care what Kucinich's old problems were. He's 100% right. God bless his heart. How many times can you say that about a United States congressman? He's right. Why are you giving it to the middleman? It's garbage. Because they own the place. Come on, we've been through this 100 times. The reason they won in the Bush administration is the same reason they're winning in the Obama administration. It's just Democrats are more clever about it. Look, we're doing reform for you. We give you health care. Don't you love us? Nice, good, yeah, okay. Get that Kucinich off the stage. What's he doing? Okay, all right, one more. Let's keep, now that he's, he's on a roll, let's go to clip number 6.
What do you say to the president and Democrats who say, let's get this passed and then we can build on it with future legislation?
You're building on sand. There's no structure here. You're building on a foundation of privatization of our healthcare system. That's the problem. The insurance companies are the problem. They're nothing to build on. We build our hopes on the insurance companies, and all we're going to have is more poverty in this country. And people aren't going to get the care that they need. Remember, insurance companies make money not providing health care. That is a fundamental truth about our health care system.
Inarguable. Inarguable, yet we have lost that argument completely. I mean, I haven't seen us lose an argument that completely in a long time. He's right. You're building the system based on insurance companies, and you're hoping that somehow it magically gets fixed. There's no foundation. All right, no, don't worry, though. Wait a minute. Here comes the public option. Oh, no, please. Who isn't tired? Okay, they're up to 40 senators, by the way. Okay, so they signed up Chris Dodd, Daniel Akaka. It looks like Dorgan and Tester are pretty much on board. It doesn't matter, man. You can get to 68 senators. They're still not going to put the public option in the bill. At least Tom Carper was honest about it. He's from Delaware, so his whole career is based on selling out to insurance companies, which are based in Delaware. And he said, look, you're deluding people into thinking that they're going to get the public option. It's never going to pass the Senate. And the reason it's not is because the Senate is owned by the insurance companies. Of course it's not going to pass the Senate. So, look, I don't know if those 40 that are on board for the public option are lying, or if the White House hates it so much that even though those guys aren't lying and it's a very good chance they could pass it, they won't do it under any circumstances because Obama's much more of a corporate sellout than even the senators, which seems inconceivable, but could be true. But either way, they're never, ever going to vote on it. Look, I want to do it again. I want to do another petition online to get Harry to vote on it, because at least they should be put on the spot, right? But they're not going to.